This time around, we're going to talking about the repairing process in general. The main idea of this video is just kind of impart a little bit of my car repair experience. Patrick's Garage. You can repair old simple car yourself, but you needed time to accomplish things. You're getting a lot of fun with one of these old things. People always underestimate how long sometimes take not only repairing but also learning process. In some cases for car repairing you need special tools and data. You should get all data for old car which you need for repair from paper books, and sometimes it's not so easy to do. Anyway, we need new parts, and I discovered suddenly that my storage were profoundly deficient in original parts. It's overkill for most new car owners, but normal for me. More than this, you can't buy classic car parts on every corner, so we should get them preliminary. Now they're available in a large variety of sources online. But I digress. I really carry out with parts what we were talking about. You're never going you're never going impersonating a mechanic. Mechanics buying data for modern cars it need for their work. A lot of professional mechanics want to deal with old stuff. More easy for them to repair something simple in a new car for getting quick money. They want to make money, not spending time for nothing, dipping into unfamiliar old car. Bosses want their mechanics making them profit, but you can repair old car yourself if it really need. Mechanics are not smarter than us, mere mortals. And more than this, they never going to tell you the truth if it's money coming out of their pocket. They're just about to fleece your money. That's how they make living. Sometimes they don't have enough time to tell us all the things that we need to know, or they don't think it's important, or they just forget. Most mechanics are pretty busy, and because of this, your visits with them may be short. This might not really give you that kind of time you need to explain the concerns you have, and even if you voice concerns, they might be quickly brushed off. But if you're really sure that something is off, get a new mechanic. Why? Because early intervention is so essential. You should make sure that all so good. You waste sometimes, but will not have to be wondering is something wrong. Just just for peace of mind. peace of mind beyond of doubt. If anybody says you're not so cool to repair your old car, this is fallacy. You can take apart your old car and rebuild it. It's something that's totally doable. Only when we do it correctly. I'm guessing it certainly will. We able to fix old car, which is really quite busy with a new car now. I wouldn't underestimate the challenge of modern car repairing process. Whatever level you're at, will be better to read a book before repairing at least. Modern car are too complex. They cost more and it's a huge profit margin, so not to mess with electronic, especially if we were assured by our mechanic and it's nothing to worry about. We must realize that, but it means a lot. Too much electronic which embedded into simple stuff. Let's agree with that. I have to admit, this is a little bit beyond of me. Electronic will be a tricky obstacle. Without expensive special tools. Need time for comprehension. Even if we have them, more hard to understand what reading means. All stuff interrelated in modern cars. We have to take it into consideration too, because older cars were much better to own and to fix. They don't have the computer crap that can go wrong and pull your hair out. Always attempt to avoid it. But now, really hard to find 55 years old car to buy for repairing. They're not profitable. A lot of them rusted away. A lot of them got wrecked. I've observed this with a lot of cars. A lot of cars connected with a lot of bodywork. I had to learn a lot of new things about cars, and I'm not naturally patient when it comes to doing things with my hands. Whereas old car, more simple in repairing. Quite frankly, I never caught up in desire to ace in too complex repairing, but a lot of time devoted to learning process and for searching spare parts. And these actions only have sense if you like your car. Some people get bored with cars. I don't read of cars because I'm bored with them. It can last a long time, but if you don't want to keep it forever, you probably don't give a crap. Why would you? But if your Volvo's in perfect condition, you can drive the heck out of them all rest of their life. No one of the main reasons I've got and saving these cars is because I wanted simplicity. I didn't want to buy a new one. that had all kinds of complex electronic that this one doesn't. With old car, you don't have to worry about crap electronic stuff. But if you get bored with old cars, you got to go newer than this. If it's so, no reason to repairs. You're never deceiving yourself, but we prefer continue driving around until our car falls apart. In a lot of cases, we can continue driving around really unaware of the real impact of corrosion until suddenly the rust take out flowing car. A lot of people are under the false assumption that if car rust means bad. The main thing for repair car is the place for repairing. You are never going to repair a car when it rains. So we need to repair car under the roof in a garage. We messing around with car in a garage. You can do as little or as much as you want. If it's so, our cars can run almost forever. You got to have sockets that fits on correctly. I mean, you need to normal inch size sockets because they fit pretty good. Because if you have an appropriate tool when we screwing nut with tool, eventually be able to either break it off or your tool might break if you have an appropriate metric tool, and vice versa. So don't use metric tool if you need inch size tool. Never suitable to do it. And use only quality jack stand so we don't get squashed under the car. People are always worried about quality control. Always check fit and quality. If you like fumbling about with carburetor, it will be better to do it in our side. What consequences will happen if you really try dismantling? What obstacles can you meet in the process? Which circumstances push you to do this? And so forth. Main thing, your attitude and the time you spend for car. Don't fiddling around with carburetor unless you know what you're doing. You can find old carburetor men, but they now becoming the past. And as you know, most of workshops are phasing away from maintenance of carburetors. They don't want scratching their heads with your old car. They want to make money. Anyway, check the ignition first. It's more simple to do, always. Okay, all right. I gave you a lot of information. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. If this is your first time here, please do remember to subscribe. Turn on notifications to find out about upcoming videos. There is a lot of things we can share. Just please write the comment. And now I think that there is a lot of owners which You really need this information, so please push the share button. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.